Hey there everybody, I'm doing this video because I've spent a lot of time the last week or so looking at various videos on YouTube about first aid kits and do's and don'ts while assembling kits. It got me to thinking about the kit that I have in my car that I carry with me every day. Now this kit is the generic Costco, Walmart variety emergency automotive kit. It was given to me by a family member as a Christmas present a few years ago while I was living up in Northern California and doing a lot of traveling back and forth between the western states. And admittedly, I have probably looked in this bag once since I've owned it. When I first got it, I looked at it and read through the contents and thought, well, that's kind of neat. It's better than having nothing. But since then, I haven't taken a look at it, and literally I have not opened this bag in probably 2 or 3 years. So let's see what's in it. Oh, one side note. There is one neat little feature about this bag. It does have this handy little fold-out section, which you can see how dirty it is, that I use it quite extensively. So opening the kit, first thing that comes to mind is jumper cables, which these are decent variety. I used to work in an automotive in the automotive field, so these are not the thinnest jumper cables that you will come across, but they are definitely not the greatest. These will probably get you going if you need them in an emergency. I wouldn't try to jump start a large heavy truck with these, but since I drive a car, they're more than adequate. It appears that they are actually maybe in the 8-foot variety, which should do you quite well. Inside the bag, looks like we have rain poncho. Not too bad. You know, cheap, crappy little light, which actually surprisingly seems to work. Single elastic bungee cord, maybe 12-inch variety. Single multi-tool. I normally carry a Leatherman style or Gerber style multi-tool with me every day, and I have to say I have used this multi-tool once several years ago. I'd say maybe 2-3 years ago. It was a piece of junk. I think I ended up pinching myself with pinching my index finger accidentally one time with it. The knife is actually sharp. Looks like we have both a serrated and a standard style blade. Set that aside. Next we have a standard and Phillips screwdriver. Now I don't know about you folks, but I drive a modern vehicle. My car was made in 2002. Some people say that might not be that modern, but looking under the hood of my car, I have almost no Phillips or standard screws on my car. So this, if you're driving a car that's probably made since the 90s, this is going to be useless. Small first aid kit, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Puncture seal, actually Gunk, that's a brand name variety. Seems to be quite full, 14 ounces. I've noticed in some of the kits you see, they'll give you the trial size variety where it'll be like a 8-ounce can or something like that, but this is a full can. Small emergency triangle, easily deployable. Actually seems to be well made. I'm actually fairly impressed with this emergency kit thus far. Quite happy about it. Well, maybe the better way to put it is I'm not as disappointed in it as I expect it to be. On this side we have an emergency blanket. We have cotton gloves, fairly heavy duty tow rope with hook on, actually dual hooks, duct tape. I'm happy to see that this is in here as well. Duct tape has almost infinite uses. Let's take a look at the safety blanket, or this emergency blanket. black felt. Appears to be maybe a 4x4 blanket. Alright, this is the part that I was really interested in. So what is in this first aid kit? So, we have rayon cotton balls, looks to be maybe about a dozen. Just in case emergency first aid kits. Now, I don't know about you, but if there was some type of emergency, I don't know if I would have the wherewithal or the patience to try to read the fine print on this. So, I'm not sure. It has doubtful usage. Appears to be some small amount of vinyl tape for wounds closures or for taping on band-aids or bandages. We have a single 2x2 gauze sponge. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small bandages. Oh, got another few more here. Looks like we got 12, 18, 24 band-aids. I don't really know what you would need 24 band-aids for. Seems like I would be a lot happier if I saw more gauze pads and things of that nature. We have a couple, half dozen antiseptic naps. We have some sterile gloves, and lastly, some small bandages. Not too bad on the emergency part of the kit. I would like to see an awful lot more tools that would be applicable to being used on a automobile, such as some small sockets, maybe an adjustable wrench. I'm definitely disappointed with the first aid kit, and I feel bad for having carried this around for so long without looking at it. But I think that's probably a pretty accurate thing that a lot of people do. They'll buy a kit like this, they'll throw it in their car, and they'll never think about it. And honestly, that's exactly what I did. And I'd like to thank some of the folks who have gone through the effort of putting together a lot of these videos on YouTube on how to put together a proper first aid kit. It's definitely inspired me to take a look at the everyday carry kit that I have, and definitely has opened my eyes to the deficiencies that are in the commercial variety kits that you see like this. Like I said, the emergency part of it, the jumpers, the fix-a-flat that we've got here, the little flashlight, things like that, those are nice to have. But the first aid kit is definitely lacking in this kit. And also, like I said, the tools, you have one screwdriver and one multi-tool. I have no idea what you would work on your car to get you back on the road and going, or in an emergency, what good these two things are going to do you with a modern automobile that has Allen heads, torque heads, metric and standard sockets. This is really not going to get you going. Alright, I think that's it.